Okay, welcome everyone. Here's Luis, and I'm with Santiago from Paydece. We're gonna start now. We're gonna have a very fun and entertaining discussion today. So let's begin with introducing ourselves. My name is Luis. I'm the new community manager from Money on Chain, the English community. And I'm joined by Santiago, who is, I believe, a community builder from Paydece, a peer-to-peer exchange based in Argentina, but that works and functions worldwide. So, Santiago, introduce yourself.
First of all, thank you, Luis, for having me here today. My name is Santiago. I'm actually the head of growth for Paydece, and I've been in the crypto space for a while, actually. Luis already knows me from another company beforehand, but right now we're working with Paydece and trying to build up this self-custodial peer-to-peer crypto marketplace for everyone to use. So thanks again for having me today.
No, thank you. And we know you're in charge of the growth of Paydece, and the platform has have an incredible growth during the last year. I remember when it was launched, it was like step by step, slow steps. It was a work in progress, but now you are doing great stuff. So tell us more about it, what you are currently doing from the platform.
Well, as you say, we are actually began this platform just by launching the smart contract and like enabling people to do peer-to-peer transactions just with the smart contract. A while later, the UI or the front end was launched for people to use it in a easier way. And since then we've been just growing and adding new features, polishing some stuff here and there, and just working towards making a platform that is as safe and user-friendly as possible for everyone to use. Because let's be real, decentralized peer-to-peer, as much as it is a nice thing to do, right now it's not really the easiest way to do transactions, but we are trying to change that. And I believe that Paydece has done a marvelous job by working the user interface in a way that you don't really need to know that much about using your own self-custodial wallet or doing some chit-chat here and there in order to make a peer-to-peer transaction with another user. And if you go to the application, which we're going to show in a minute here, you'll see that it is really it is really easy on the eyes. So I think that we're really on a good path towards making a great hub for people to find and do peer-to-peer transactions with each other in a safe, self-custodial and decentralized way.
So yeah, I wanted to go straight to the use case of Paydece, because I know that you began in Argentina, and Argentina has a difficult economic context. It's like hard to exchange assets, and people are trying to access to foreign currencies such as the dollars and the euros. And I wanted to know, like, Argentina is very famous because you can basically go to the street and do an exchange from pesos to dollars in a matter of minutes. So I wanted to know, what problems does Paydece solve in that context?
Well, as you say, here in Argentina, you can actually go to one of these places called cuevas or coves, where you can buy and sell dollars for pesos argentinos. And while it is the de facto way for the majority of people when it comes to buying and selling fiat currencies. It's not really a nice way to do it, because first off, you need to step out of your home and go to one of these go find out which one is actually the better one, because one of no, it's not really that safe per se doing that kind of stuff, and it has its other inconveniences. But the problem that we actually solve here is not only the fact that you can actually buy and sell cryptocurrency for fiat currency in any payment method in any place of the world, but also it allows you to do it without actually having to rely on a third party or a centralized exchange in order to do that, because you're actually using your own self-custodial wallet. That means that you're always in full control of your funds whenever you're doing a transaction here on Paydece. So this actually solves a problem that many people has when it comes to trade cryptocurrencies in a peer-to-peer way, but trying to do it without losing that control of their funds, or while trying to stay as private as possible. I don't like saying anonymous as possible, but since the platform is really privacy oriented, then it is like you don't really actually need to facilitate your personal information in order to use the platform. So it actually remains truly in a private way with with your counterparty. Say, for example, you and I are going to do a transaction on Paydece, and you may ask some personal info from me for security reasons in your side, and I can actually choose if actually go with this or just find another counterparty to do so. But it's not like a requirement for Paydece to actually facilitate this information in order to use it. So it's really privacy oriented, and that's another issue, or that's another problem that solves Paydece for that kind of user. And yeah, I think that will be the main two use cases that we will have for Paydece.
So if I don't have like, excuse me, let me just unlock my microphone, the space. So if I don't have like the personal guarantee from my counterpart when I'm doing a trade, let's say like maybe if someone is selling me fiat and buying fiat, I don't have an escrow for that fiat money, you know, because it's located on the bank. So how do Paydece guarantee that this person is gonna transfer me the money that is allocated in his bank, while maybe I have my dog, for example, or in escrow in the smart contract, but the other person doesn't?
Well, that's actually the thing with fiat transactions. All in any platform, in any peer-to-peer platform that you use, whether it is a decentralized or a centralized exchange platform, like one of those that are really famous in the crypto space, all fiat transactions are done outside the platform. So there's not really a direct way for any of these platforms to have a hold of the fiat transaction. However, and that's where it comes the escrow system for the crypto side of the transaction. When you do these transactions in a peer-to-peer manner, you have to follow a path in order to complete this transaction. So let's go through it in a really brief way. First, you will open the transaction, obviously. If you are the seller, then the seller will put the cryptos in escrow. Okay, and once this is confirmed, the cryptos will remain locked in the escrow for a given amount of time. During this time, the buyer can do the payment, the fiat payment outside the platform in a safe way, because while the cryptos are locked in escrow, they can be retrieved. They cannot be retrieved by the seller during this time. So you can do as a buyer, you can do the safe payment. And once you do that, you have a button that says mark as paid. This button essentially blocks the cryptos indefinitely in the contract. This way, you ensure that when you do the fiat payment, the seller is not going to run away with both your fiat payment and your cryptos. And once you do that, the seller will actually see that the cryptos are having market space, and then he will go into his bank account or whatever payment method that he and the other person agreed upon beforehand, and check if the payment was actually done. If the payment wasn't made, then he's not gonna release the cryptos. And then if an issue like this arises, any of the parties can actually raise a dispute, and one of the staff member of that platform, in this case Paydece, will step in to help you solve the issue. So that's the way in which this platform, and in this case again Paydece, can solve the problematic of not having an escrow for fiat payments. But this is actually something that works this way in any other platform. Sorry.
Cool. Okay, so in that regard, that I believe that even in trustless systems, any transaction needs certain amount of trust. So that will take us to our main topic for this stream, and which is like building networks and communities around these exchanges. How Paydece eases or facilitates this network building and community building among traders?
Yes, so here on Paydece we have something cool called communities, which is not really that original, but it's still cool to mention. Communities is a way for developed by Paydece to join people together in a certain, let's say it again, in a certain community, in which they can actually have an additional layer of security when they're trading with each other. Because let's put it in an example. Say that you're a newcomer on the platform. You don't have a community. You don't belong to any community, and you don't have a reputation on the platform. It's probably going to be a little bit harder for you to actually land a transaction with someone else than if you, for example, actually belong to one of these communities. Say, for example, the Money on Chain community on Paydece, and you will be a member of their community on Telegram or in their or in their forums or whatever. And it will be easier for you if you were actually a member of this community and then say, hey, I wanna sell some ducks on Paydece, so who's up for the trade? And then you will probably have someone to say, hey, I want to buy you some ducks on Paydece. And it's gonna be a little bit easier, and it's gonna be a little bit safer in that regard, because in order for members to join the community leader has to actually approve them, and they probably are going to set up a set of requirements in order for you to join that community. So that actually adds this additional layer of security that I'm mentioning so often here, and it will actually help you to build that little bit of trust that you need in order to do transactions, at least for the first time, maybe, or if you're doing it with someone that you haven't transacted with it before.
So yeah, like reputation is very important when you're gonna do contracts or trades. So I believe that if you manage to get known among a community, your trades will be more easier, right?
Yeah, of course, and the more trades that you actually success in doing, and the more reputation, the more positive reviews that you actually build for your account, the easier it's going to be for you to actually make more trades and probably engage in more how to say, more valuable trades, maybe like when doing some big transactions. And it's going to be a little bit easier for you because you're going to have a reputation on the platform. But the thing with many other peer-to-peer platforms, or say any trading platform, is that starting from scratch, from the ground, it's not really an easy task when you're dealing with money. You know, money is not really something you should be playing with. The community is actually it's a way. It's also a way for these people to start building their reputation and actually have their first transaction in a safer way than you will do in a maybe another platform or not regular way.
So I understand that you can even earn money on the community, or maybe I don't know in what is based. So if you can tell us more about it.
Yeah, sure. So here's the thing. I've been talking about being a community member and what are the benefits of being a community member. Aside from the additional layer of security, you can also have the exclusive gifts or how to say raffles, maybe giveaways or exclusive events that both Paydece and the community in per se may engage in the future. But that's all for the benefits of being in for belonging to a community. Now, when you create a community, when you are the community owner, when you actually submit your application to create a community on Paydece, the main benefit that you can get from creating a community on Paydece is actually that you can earn a passive income when any of the members of your community transacts on Paydece. So you probably know that in Paydece we charge the 0.5% of a transaction value, and we actually charge this for both the offer maker and the offer taker. But when you're a community member, and if I recall correctly, as long as we have this promotion on the platform, the 100% of this 0.5% is gonna be paid to the community owner at the end of the month. So the more obviously the more transactions that your community members do on the platform, but the more the more passive income that you're gonna earn at the end of the month. So that's the main benefit of being a community owner.
So like, but why do you earn that money? It's like it's because of referrals you make, like if you add other people to the community and they start trading between each other.
Well, that's actually funny that you mentioned it, because yeah, if you look at it that way, communities are just another way of doing a referral program on the platform. However, what's cool about this is that you actually add more value to the referral program by making it into a community where people can actually talk to each other, solve their own issues, help each other, and interact in a more human way. You know, when it's a referral program, you usually just get your people and say, hey, join in my referral link and trade on the platform. That's it. Normally you wouldn't really engage that much with the kind of people. But the community proposal actually encourage the interaction between the community members and the community owners. And I think that's actually a clever way to engage in these referral programs. They should actually bring you more interaction and as a consequence of it, more trades in the platform, and of course more passive income at the end of the month for your community wallet. So yeah, it's in hindsight it's actually a referral program, but I think it's a referral program 2.0 if you want to know that way.
So do you have like an inbuilt forum or chat group in Paydece for communities, like you can coordinate inside the platform?
As of right now, we don't have it, but we're planning to add it in the future. So in the way the way you have for actually having these kinds of interaction is creating your own Telegram group or Discord server or whatever platform that you are more comfortable with for the community interactions, and then you can paste the invitation link in your community, which is going to be available for anyone to use when looking at your community on Paydece. But yeah, we're gonna add these features in the future.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I wanted to move on to like how do people in the United States or Europe or other markets can use Paydece? Like they have some regulations to follow. They can use it freely as it's used in Argentina. And if so, if they can also build these communities we are talking about in their
Yeah,
respective.
you can use Paydece worldwide. I don't really remember if there's some sort of restriction for the platform depending on where you are. If it is, then that's probably gonna be for the US. But I'm not really sure about that, so I'll have to consult that with the rest of the team. But so far, you can actually use it in the rest of the world. So we encourage people from Europe, from Asia, from Australia, from wherever they're currently located in, to use the platform in a safe and decentralized way.
Cool. So you can basically make crypto to fiat transactions to international banks with no limitations.
Yeah, basically, you can actually use whatever payment method you're comfortable with, and if the other party is actually comfortable with, then you can actually do it.
Awesome. So right now, what assets does include Paydece? I understand that you have dollar on chain, the money on chain stablecoin, DOC, also Reef, which is a native token for Rostock chain. But what others do you have? What other crypto asset do you have in the platform?
Yeah, well, we started and basically all of the assets that we have minus maybe a couple, they are all stable coins in one way or another. So we have the Binance USD, we have DAI, we have DOC, obviously. We have a NUARS, which is basically a stable coin for Argentinian pesos. As you mentioned, we have Reef USD, we have Reef, we have the Coinbase USD token. We obviously have Tether, which is the most popular one as of right now. And we recently added, alongside with DAC and Reef USD and Reef, we also added UXD. We added the Fuse token, the Fuse USD token, and I think I mentioned the UXD. Yeah, UXD is currently the stablecoin, the USD stablecoin of Ripio. Ripio is an Argentinian crypto startup, and they recently launched their own blockchain. So they also recently launched their own stablecoin token, and it has been added. And finally, we also added Wrap Bitcoin on the to the list of crypto available to trade. We also plan to add native cryptocurrencies in the future. So we will also have, say, for example, we will also have Ethereum. We will also have the Rostock Bitcoin. We will also have the Avalanche tokens, the Arbitrum tokens, and so on. And just a heads up, we will also have in the future, hopefully not so long in the future, the Bitcoin blockchain as well, and of course the original Bitcoin and in the marketplace.
Interesting. So maybe I can feel some excitement because all these, you have all these plans for Paydece, and also the bull market is coming up. Maybe for the next year, we hope so.
Well, yeah, we're all been waiting for that, and we're all expecting that 2024 is gonna be the edge of the bull. So yeah, we're all expecting for the bull market the next year, and it's actually showing some characteristic of a bull market even before jumping to 2024. ever since I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago. It's been like going all green on the trade chart. So yeah, the future is looking bright, at least the near future.
Yeah, we saw that the Bitcoin price had that spike up in the past few weeks. So people started talking about the bull market and the halving. Like, I don't know if it's gonna start in January or anytime soon, but people are like very thrilled about it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm thrilled about it. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
So we hope that this bull market brings you the most benefits, for Paydece platform. I know you have big plans. I can see on your webpage that you are gonna be updating some things in the platform, like the logins and the scroll. Um, by the way, you're gonna be adding zero knowledge proof, do some optimizations in the smart contracts, and that's very exciting. Like,
Yeah,
even
it's all in the roadmap, and we're really looking forward to accomplish all of these objectives that we traced for us.
even
Of
planning a mobile launch, an application. Is that true, right?
Yeah, it's actually scheduled according to the roadmap. It's actually scheduled for the third quarter of the next year. An application, a mobile application. But right now, you can actually, if you actually look and check the mobile website version of Payday, it's actually really responsive and it is easy to use. So um, it's not really that urgent to actually have an application. But yeah, it's gonna be available hopefully later in 2024.
So to finish this stream, I don't know if you're available to do a demonstration of the platform, especially the community side, which is the topic that we're discussing today. But maybe if you can show us a trade and also the communities, that will be great to end this conversation.
Yeah, sure. Let me just share my screen here real quick. Let me know if you can actually see my screen.
Not yet.
Well, it should be because I actually put the shadow screen. You can see it?
Nope.
That's
Oh,
weird.
let me. I think I saw it. Do it again.
Yeah,
Maybe.
sure. Sure.
I think it appeared on. Okay, there it is.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, first off, this is actually the landing page of Paydece. So this is what you are gonna actually see when you type in the URL search bar, paydece.io, and you can see most of the most important information about the platform and the main features that you can actually expect for the platform. And the people that actually had supported us over the course of this year and a half, maybe. And of course, all of our social media accounts, so you can join the conversation. But let's go to the application. This is actually the application, and the first thing that you're gonna see when you open the marketplace on Paydece. So this is, as you can see, this is the marketplace. You can actually see all the buy orders and the sell orders.
Mm-hmm.
And all the you can see here all the search filters that will help you narrow down your results when you're looking for a specific trade, which we're going to do in a minute. Here's what we'll see the account settings if you want it that way, or the main account settings. You can actually buy a subscription to Paydece, which will waive the transaction fee that Paydece charges. This is more for the kind of people that is a frequent trader or likes to trade in large volumes. So this is actually a better deal if they want to do it that way. But for the commoner that just trades occasionally, it's probably not going to be worth it. But yeah, I want to show you something here. This card here will display which community is actually our top community on the platform. Right now is P2P Hispano, and when you look at the left bar and go to the communities, you can actually see all the communities that we have built here on Paydece. So you have Soluciones Financieras, you have Comunidad Sacamat, you have Euro UTC Crypto Exchange, and many other groups that we have right now here. And well, I don't know if we already have one for money and change. Oh, here it is. Yeah, we have one for money and change, and we already have 8 members, so that's cool. And yeah,
join in to that one.
That's good. I need to join too. But yeah, this is going where all the communities are shown here on the platform. And if you were to create your own community as a community owner, you will actually see something like this after. Oh, well, that's because I don't have a community with this wallet. Let me just. I'm gonna commit a little sin here. I'm gonna connect to my other wallet, but that's because
Make sure you don't show any sensitive information.
I hope I don't.
We can censor it afterwards.
Yeah. It's just I don't think I'm gonna be showing anything that's gonna be really sensitive. But yeah, basically, when you have your own community and you have created and we have approved your community, this is what the actual layout for your community is going to look like. So you have here the name of your community, in this case, Crypto en un Minuto, which is actually a personal project that I have. I probably have a little bit abandoned, but I'm going to retake it somewhere in the future. You can actually see the number of members that you have, the total volume that has been transacted ever since the creation of the group, the monthly volume, and the monthly commission that you will earn after all the transaction from all your members has been added up to the monthly commission. So, and this place you will actually see all the requests, all the joining requests, if I had any more. But yeah, it is a really simple and straightforward layout for you guys, community owners, that you want to create your own community here on Paydece. And so that would be.
There's a chance to see the Telegram groups where these communities work, to see, I mean, they coordinate on those groups, right? Maybe they share their offers, and if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, you will have to create your own Telegram group if that's the platform that you want to go with. You will actually set the link to join that Telegram group here. So if I click in this link, my Telegram will open and then show me the group for P2P Hispano and for joining their Telegram group. But in order to join the Paydece community and to become a member of the Paydece community, so that your transactions contribute to the passive income of this wallet, I will have to click here and I want to join. Then I will submit the application, and then the community owner will review it and let me in if they deem it fit or whatever. But yeah, for the time being, you need to have both your social media group and your Paydece community in order to make full use of the feature.
Cool. This looks super fun. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in other exchanges or markets, like not in such a formal way.
Yeah, we like to think that this is something exclusive to Paydece. Like we actually came up with this, and I hope it actually is that way, because this is something like as you say, this is something I've never seen before. I used to work for another platform. We had a traditional referral program, and I never seen any other platform doing something like this. So I think this is actually clever, and really, I'm really all in for these kinds of features.
Well, congratulations! Like you guys seems to be like real innovators, and I'm quite excited for what's yet to come for your platform.
Well, most of this information is actually on the roadmaps, but basically we're gonna be adding even more cryptocurrencies, even more blockchains, even more features. I can't really talk about that much, but aside from what you actually have here on the roadmap. But yeah, you can actually expect many more things to come for Paydece that will actually make your experience here as smooth and safe as possible.
Well, our doors will be open then for our followers to know what you're gonna bring in the next year.
Well, thank you.
Well, Tiago, I think that's it.
I don't know if you want me to do the
add something. Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Yeah. So now I have to go back to the other account and try to connect because I already have set up an order for this. So yeah, here's the cool thing. I'm actually using Trezor here, which is a really good hardware wallet. Wait, I need to introduce the password for. Wait, what did you do?
He said you refused it.
No, I didn't. But let's just sign it back again. Yeah. So we swipe here, we hit the green button, and then we're in with my Trezor wallet. So I had an ad here ready for activate. And then if I go to the other account, and I should be able to see the new ad here. Let me just see, where is it? Let's try to filter it down with Doc. And then there we have it. It's Trezor Man. So we're gonna buy some ducks. Actually, let me put this in English. I don't know why it's still in Spanish. But yeah, let's buy some duck to Trezor Man. As you can see here in the layout, in the UI, there's in the left side of an offer, when you open with the buy or sell button, you can see the information regarding the trade and the user. If you actually over your mouse on the nickname of the user, you can actually reveal more information on, like, for example, their transaction history, their positive reviews, their first connection, and total transactions. So this is actually something really useful for you to determine if you want to trade with that guy or not. In this case, I'm going to trade with him because I really like him. And here you can see how many dots he's actually willing to sell in this case, the fee that will actually charge the smart contract escrow when I hit here the amount that I want to buy, for example. Say I'm gonna buy $5 to this guy. So yeah, the fee is gonna the escrow is gonna charge me this amount of fees. Where if the transaction is successful, I'm gonna enter here the payment method that I should be using when doing this, and I'm gonna hit the buy button. And now I have this notification. Oh, of course, yeah, we can actually add a Telegram bot to our Telegram account, and we will actually receive notifications about new chat, new messages in the internal chat, or new operations open with us if we wanted to have it activate in that way. But basically, this is the layout when you actually open a new transaction with someone. to the right, you can actually see the chat. So let's talk to Treasurman and say, hey, Treasurman. And then send the message. And Treasurman here should be able to receive a notification about a new transaction. And when I go in, this is what I'm gonna actually see. So yeah. So as I was saying at the first at the beginning of the streaming, the process is really simple. Me as a seller, in this case, I will have to approve first a spending cap here. It's gonna tell me here that I have to approve a transaction so the smart contract can access the amount in my wallet. So let's hit the approve button and wait for the.
This is like you're approving your funds to be logged into the escrow, right?
Kinda, yeah. I'm basically approving a spending cap, a limit for the escrow to actually extract the cryptos from my wallet. So the escrow will not be able to extract more than what I'm setting up here. But this is something that the escrow actually calculates automatically. So you don't actually need to be making the maths in your head or with the calculator if you want to calculate what's the spending cap that you want for this transaction. Just hit next, approve the transaction, follow the instruction in your hardware wallet if you have it connected on the hardware wallet, and it should be approved right away. In the meantime, you can actually see that this is going to change for the buyer as well as soon as the escrow as the cryptos are deposited in escrow. So let's check this and wait for the approving contract. Be advised though that some blockchains in maybe when there's a spike in transactions or for whatever reason, they can actually last a little bit when it comes to confirming or approving a transaction on the respective blockchain. Need to I don't think I ever mentioned this because it was probably obvious, but let me just say it this time. All transactions done on Paydece, all crypto transactions are actually real transactions. They are being done on the respective blockchain. In this case, I'm doing a transaction on the Rootstock blockchain, on the Rootstock section. So this is actually a real transaction that you can actually follow on the Explorer, the respective Explorer. If I was doing this on the Binance Smart Chain, then I will actually have to look on the Binance Smart Chain Explorer to actually follow the transaction. So yeah, these are real transactions. So obviously they will have their own advantages and disadvantages of doing a real transaction on the respective blockchain. That's that's something I feel like I need to mention right now. So yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than it should, but
what if we reload the page? I know it says avoid it, right?
Sorry?
I mean, what if he has this considerable delay? It says it has. We need to reload the page.
Yeah, you can actually reload the page, but like I say, you should actually avoid reloading the page while the transaction is in progress. But if you're actually waiting for 5, 10, 15 minutes and it's nothing is actually going on here, then reload the page and see what happens. But usually this is just waiting for the transaction to go on the blockchain and then expecting. See for example here in my MetaMask wallet, it's still pending on the blockchain. So probably if I look for it in the blockchain explorer, which doesn't allow me to for some reason.
Yeah, you gotta see it on the Rootstock blockchain explorer.
Yeah, probably, but I need to actually copy the transaction. Yeah, but it doesn't allow me. I don't know why MetaMask is being so buggy lately. But I should be able to. Let's say, for example, if I were to copy a transaction here, for example, I can actually copy it here. I can actually build on this plotter, but this is actually a past transaction, not the
Yeah,
current transaction. So
it shouldn't take that long. It's just an approval transaction.
yeah, exactly. It is an approval transaction. I don't know why it's really taking that long, but let's just wait. But in the meantime, let me just show it real quick here. What will be the next thing to happen? After the approval transaction, the first approval is confirmed here on the layout. The next thing the seller has to do is to deposit the cryptos in escrow. And this actually should be even faster than that. But once the cryptos are deposited in escrow in the same way that we did for approving the transaction, it will actually show here that it has been deposited. And then the buyer, in this case, this guy here, will have to do the payment outside the platform. I think we choose Wise as a payment method. Yeah, we choose Wise as a payment method. I will have to go to my Wise account and make the payment according to the payment details that Tresorman will actually send me here. And once I do that, I have to click this button here that says Mark as Paid. What it's gonna do, this Mark as Paid button, is gonna lock the cryptos in the escrow indefinitely. This way, when the seller receives the payment, they cannot run away with your funds and your crypto. So once this is done, I will have to go back here to the seller in this case will actually see that the fiat has been transferred, and then he will have another button here that says release the cryptos to the buyer. Of course, as a seller, I will have to check that the payment has been done on my account and say, okay, the payment has been received. This is the guy that actually sent me the fund, or the funds are exact. And once I confirm this, I hit the release button. Another prompt to my wallet approving the transaction is going to appear. And once it is approved, then we can rate the transaction with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And that will be it. It's really straightforward. But again, like I said, these are real transactions on blockchain. So sometimes blockchains can be a little bit picky when it comes to approving the transaction. So you need to be a little bit patient on this in this regard. Let me see if let me just try and update.
Can you try cancel it?
No, as of right now, I can't do that. But let me just try betting here real quick. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not gonna show anything here because the transaction is still pending for approval here on the blockchain. So okay, let me try to speed it up a little bit. Let's see if this actually makes things a little bit snappier. Approve the transaction on the Trezor. And let's just wait for it. Let me just send a message. In the meantime, let's just check here. How's the current transaction? Okay, I can actually see it on the blockchain. Well, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. Well, if this kind of things keeps happening to you, we have our Telegram support where you can actually message us, and the dev team will be with you to help you solve the situation. This is obviously this is a rare thing to happen, but well, it can happen. So
It happened.
Oh,
maybe
it was actually it finally
was confirmed already.
Yeah,
okay.
it's finally confirmed. So since the current transaction hasn't sent the prompt to the platform to actually update the status, then I'm gonna update it myself. And here you can see it. Now I can send the cryptos to the contract. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna confirm the transaction. Again, I grab my trusted Trezor. And now we're placing the cryptos in custody. Hopefully this time is not gonna take that long, but yeah, the process is still ongoing. So don't panic if for some reason you see something like you're seeing like you're seeing right now. There's always a solution for this kinds of things. So don't worry. In the meantime, you can see that as the buyer, the status of the escrow has actually updated to reflect that the blockchain is actually processing a transaction here. In this case, is the seller depositing the cryptos in escrow. So once this is confirmed, it is actually going to update here as well. So yeah, this is all being done in real time. You can see it here. So the cryptos have been actually deposited in the escrow that they've been confirmed, and now I can continue with the fiat transaction. So again, I will have to go grab my Wise wallet and send the payment. And once I do this, this is something cool. Do you see this timer here? So this is the time that the buyer has for making the payment in a safe way. What does this mean? During this time, the seller cannot cancel the transaction. If I go to the this is not updating. Why are you failing on me? But anyways, if I update here real quick, it should reflect.
I think it's now safe to update it. Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. As you can see, I cannot cancel the transaction for as long as this timer is still running down. This way, the buyer has a safe way for making the payment without anything wrong happening in the meantime. So once I made the payment, I will mark a space here, and I will say yes, I transfer the money, and I will have to approve a transaction here. So here's the thing: as a buyer, you actually need, in this case, have a little bit of the native currency of the stablecoin that you're actually buying, because you need to approve a transaction on the smart contract. So I'm gonna approve this transaction right now, and I'm gonna wait for the escrow status to update as well.
What does it happen if maybe a transaction doesn't confirm and maybe your counterpart cancels the trade, and then the transaction is confirmed, like in the escrow? Does Paydece will review this case and return you back the money that you lock in the escrow, but maybe the other part didn't want it to wait? And can you review a case like that and turn back the money for the person that locked it in initially?
Again, what would be the case? I'm sorry.
I mean, if I authorize my crypto to be locked on the escrow, but it lasted too long and the other person didn't have the patience, so he canceled the exchange. This transaction.
As a buyer canceling the exchange, or as a seller?
I mean, if I'm selling crypto, I am the seller. I lock or authorize the locking up of the crypto in the escrow, but it delays. It takes too long, and the other part cancels the transaction while my authorizing transaction is in the moving.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, the escrow will actually return the funds back to the seller.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. The crypto will take all the measures to return the funds to your wallet, if that was the case. So don't worry about it. Now we can see that the transaction has been approved here. I already marked the payment as I already marked it as paid.
Yeah.
And so the cryptos are definitely locked here. In fact, you can actually see here, I'm the seller right now here, and I cannot I cannot cancel the transaction. I can only release the cryptos or start the claim. This button will release once the timer runs down. And since since I already checked the payment, the fiat payment has been done, and I received the money from the guy, and I'm gonna proceed to release the cryptos here. And obviously, we're gonna be making sure that you actually receive the entire money agreed before releasing. So please don't just go by a screenshot that the other guy probably has sent you via the internal chat or something. Please check your account for the payment that has been actually received in your account. So once we have done this, we are going to release the crypto now. I'm probably going to receive another prompt. This is going to be the last prompt from my MetaMask. We're going to confirm it. We're going to go to Trezor, sorry. We confirm the transaction. And now we just have to wait for the crypto being released to the counterparty. And of course, this is updated to reflect the current status of the escrow. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna have a prompt to actually rate the transaction with thumbs up or thumbs down, and that will be it. That's gonna be the whole process of doing transaction here on Paydece. So we just wait a little bit. Strip it here a little bit. Still pending for confirmation. By the way, if you have another, if you guys have another question that I can actually answer right before we give an end to the streaming, I'm all ears.
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was saying that if you guys have any other questions or any other doubts that you want to clarify with me right now before we end the streaming,
I think it's very clear how the platform works. In certain manner is very similar to other platforms, but this one is decentralized. So I believe that everything is in hands of the user. The user is in charge of each part of the process.
Yeah, definitely. And the good part of this, aside from being the sole owner of the cryptos in any part of the transaction, is that you don't actually need to reveal your personal information or something to the platform in order to use it. That's something that I think it's gonna be really good for people that really values their privacy. Yeah, this is definitely the way. I think this is definitely the way to go for people that wants to do peer-to-peer transactions in a self-custodial, safe, and privacy-oriented way. And as we can see here, the transaction has been already finished. And as I said before, we can actually rate the transaction here. We're going to have a prompt here to participate for a premium subscription. If we actually send a little tweet to support us here on the X platform. And that will be it. That's actually how the transaction, how trading on Paydece works.
Well, it's a very interesting platform. Like, I had fun listening to you showing us all its functionalities, and I think I'm going to be using it very soon. It's necessary to build a market for money on chain and rootstock assets, especially DOC, because it's so useful as an stablecoin, which is like censorship resistant and decentralized. So it's very important nowadays that people are able to access to a stablecoin that, even when most of the stablecoins are very free to use and very frictionless, there's nothing like DOC, because basically the protocol can stop anyone to trade it. So I think people need to be aware of this, and we hope that anytime soon the European, the US, and worldwide markets realize this. And Dog is very aligned, for what I see, with Paydece's values. Privacy, and censorship resistant, and peer-to-peer coordination. So it's very exciting what we're building here. It's a very complete platform, and I appreciate your patience and your explanation. We had some issues with the Twitter space, and with the transaction that had a little bit of delay, but we had a great discussion today, Santiago. Thank you.
No, thank you, and the mock group for having me today here. And it's really a pleasure for me to share a room with you guys and explain all things crypto here. This is really a fun thing to be a part of.
So if you want to do any other maybe surprise announcement or something that you can give us a hint of what's coming up, like, you're free to do it before we finish this.
I think I already say most of the things that I was supposed to say at the end of this streaming. But no, just stay tuned to what we have, to what we're cooking on the kitchen. We're really working hard to bring many more features to Paydece and make it even more snappy, even more safer to use, even more user friendly. And of course, we're definitely willing to work with you guys to make your community grow here on Paydece. So again, just stay tuned to our social medias.
Yeah, for all our followers, make sure you follow Paydece on Twitter and Telegram and social media in general, Santiago too, and us at Money on Chain. Both communities in Spanish and English are having a lot of growth, so we hope to see you there. And with that, we finish this talk, and hoping we can talk soon for any announcement you have, Santiago and Paydece.
Sure thing. Stay tuned to it. And once again, thanks for having me today here.
No, thank you. Bye.
All right. I see ya.